Still spooling one. There we go. What's going on, America? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, and what up again and again and again. What's going on? It's Brooklyn Beers and Ball. We are back in the building one more time. It is a Thursday evening, and Don is in the building, Scraps in the building, and we're ready to talk about week 4 and get it in and talk about a lot of things. I should have wore a tie today, but I couldn't find nothing to match. So, we'll just talk about the tie. But nevertheless, the Niners have finally gone down. But Don, as he promised he would let us see the scalaria in his eyes and his pupils should the Niners lose, which they did. And then, of course, there's Mr. Scrap with his Super Bowl budget studio. He's doing well, and he's going to talk about his win and his dominance again in another week of football. But before we get into that, we need you to like and share on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. We are there. We are live. We're live on all platforms right now. It is Brooklyn Beers and Ball. We are back in the building. It is week 4. It is all things NFL, of course.
Week 5.
Week 5. Is it week 5? Okay, week 5 coming up. Man. Yes, so week 5 is coming up. My apologies. So we're gonna review week 4 games. And then we're going to, we'll touch a little bit, of course, and Don will get our scores and stuff for week 5. And I'm sure Don's got some Don-spiracies to share with us concerning some things. I'm sure he'll enlighten us.
I will not share.
He will not share because Don feels like his wisdom is going to waste.
It is.
It is.
Pearls before swine. Pearls before swine. I will not waste any more insight because it's not well received. So what did they say? What did A.J. Brown say? When you're not received,
you know what though?
Shrug your shoulders, be quiet, and walk off. That's exactly what I'm doing.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's pulling a little something from the scriptures here, and he's gonna just shrug. He's gonna just knock the dust off his feet and keep it moving.
Yeah, because
but I do have an interesting take for you though that I learned today, and
it's not gonna be a real one. It is.
It is actually it's to do with Vegas, and this is I don't know if you've heard of this, so we'll talk about it. But maybe I love to get your when I got this information today, I was listening to a sports show in Dallas and I heard this and I said, I wonder if Don is aware of this. So I thought I'd bring it up to you during the show. So, so please don't hold back your sagacity on us, sir.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We need that. He said it's a waste.
It's a waste.
Listen, what's going on otherwise, fellas, before we start? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. I just want to, for the people that are watching, I said to the guys before we started that I sensed an ambush because of the injury report of my team. So they were both revved up, and I sensed them trying to ambush, but it won't happen. I'm prepared, as the Niners will be prepared tomorrow, shorthanded. So I'm ready to go, man.
All right. Sound like somebody setting up an excuse to me, but whatever.
No excuse.
Oh, okay.
No excuse whatsoever.
I was just saying.
And it's a tease that the Rams might be on upset alert. But without further ado, let's get into the show.
All right.
Okay.
On you, D.
Yeah. Well, we're going to week 5, but we're going to talk about week 4. We're going to recap what happened, who was good, who didn't look good. A lot of injuries, just a lot of injuries, which is directly impacting teams. Also, if you guys play fantasy football, it impacts fantasy football. And there are a lot of injuries that are potentially not only season ending, but career ending, right? When you look at Tyreek Hill, we could have possibly seen the last play from Tyreek Hill. He is of a certain age. Yes. What he is known for, his calling card is his speed, right? And with that type of injury, he has like a Tank Dell type of injury. They said they were able to repair everything and it didn't have to be multiple surgeries in order to, they were able to put everything intact in one surgery. But because of his age and because of his what his skill level is with speed, I think potentially that could be the end of his career. What do you guys say?
Who are you referring to again, D?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Tyreek Hill. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see?
I
what
didn't
happened to
see
his
the
leg?
injury. No, I didn't see, but I heard
I
it.
turned my head when they replayed it.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm squeamish.
Yeah, I
can't
heard it
watch
was
stuff
pretty
like that.
gruesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was similar to Tank Dell type of injury, and Tank Dell has been out for 2 years. So Tyreek is, I think, maybe 31, 32, something along those lines, maybe a little older. And if that kind of injury, of course, Drew Rosenhaus, his agent, is going to say the plan is to have him ready by the beginning of next season. It won't happen, unless, stranger things have happened. We have seen, although Adrian Peterson's injury was not as horrific, we have seen players come back from horrific injuries, such as Adrian Peterson. Nick Chubb was able to come back from something pretty bad. But overall, I would say the balance of this season and probably next season, only because of his age, will probably be his turnaround time to get back. And at that point, is he a shell of himself?
How old is he? How old did you say he was?
I think he's 31-ish, 32, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the only thing he got, be confident in is medicine is not like it used to be. Like every
31.
year, it seems like it's getting better. It's not like back in the day where, you get the flu and they like, yeah, you did. They just lay you in the bed and put that blanket on your lap and pretty much wait for you to go on home to glory. But no, but all jokes aside, it was a pretty bad because I saw like a little bit of it and I had to turn my head. I don't think it was as bad as the Paul George or the Sean Livingston, but I think it was like it ranked up there with them. Sean Livingston, that was I've never seen.
Sean Livingston was the worst, I think.
Yeah,
I think that they said,
he tore everything with the L.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, so I don't know, but prayers.
And it was life threatening. I think his was bad enough to be almost life threatening. Sean Livingston was. His was really bad.
Yeah, that was crazy, and he just landed awkward, and he's real thin to begin with, so it was just But prayers up to Tyreek. Praying for a speedy full recovery.
For sure.
Because he's a dynamic player, and you just hate to see these types of things for any team. It don't matter, if it's your team, a rival, or whatever. You just hate to see these types of injuries for any player, because at the end of the day, having your best players makes for the best football and the best entertainment for guys like us to sit around and talk about it. So,
absolutely.
In his absence, Darren Waller did look better. I picked him up off free agents, and
he looked good.
He will be thrusted into the starting rotation this week. But
2 touchdowns. That was actually good. He looked good. He looked good. He had a pop. He had some pop to him. So
Waddle's going to get more. More.
And Malik Washington is going to be. He's going to fill right into that Tyreek role because he's very fast. He plays, his game is similar to Tyreek. Now you can't totally replace Tyreek, but I think Malik Washington is someone else you can look at if you're interested in picking up.
It's pretty much over. It's pretty much over for the Dolphins anyway. Sorry, Rod. You can tell your brother I said sorry about that.
Oh, he already knows. Trust me,
okay.
He's not even. He's not the. Yeah, he's not.
He's talking about the Knicks already. Because I sent him eyes. I sent him no less than several dozen. No less than several dozen sets of eyes.
Dozens of eyes, right?
Dozens of eyes.
The walls had
eyes.
He said,
right, exactly. The Hills had eyes. Every eyes.
The Hills had eyes.
Everything. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just worried about the Knicks." So he's already moved on.
He's moved on.
Looking towards.
It's always good to have a backup plan. It's always good to have a backup
you got to,
plan.
man. Yeah, man. That's fine, man. Yep, absolutely.
Or he could do like Bob. Shout out to Bob if he's watching. Just pick.
He got 5 teams.
Yeah, just pick a new team, man. Just latch on. Bob got to. Hey,
Giants,
my uncle used to play
Miami. I remember he had several teams.
It's the Giants, Miami, whoever the Eagles is playing, and whoever anybody else team he hates is playing.
Oh Lord, I can't do fan bases like that.
Then don't come into my job then. Please don't walk into my job because there's a bunch of that going around up there.
Several jerseys. People got all kind of jerseys and hats.
Yeah, between him and Mickey, man, they probably was a team about half the league.
Right, absolutely. Well, are we? You guys
So
want to?
I mean,
you
tell
ready
us
for
a
the
little bit about
ambush?
your. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you can go first. You can talk about the L and give us your thoughts, takeaways from the game there with the.
Yeah, we can go in alphabetical order. L, T, to W. You like that?
Nice.
I'll go last on this. Like my first round on scenario.
He thought all week about that. That's nice, though.
Yeah,
that
was pretty clever.
Just came
yeah,
off
that's
the top with Rod.
never
Go first. That just
never
came. You know me. I'm really quick with it. That just came off the top.
He is. I must say. Knowing him as long as I have, he is. He's very quick with it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about the L. I think personally, this is my personal opinion. I think they rushed Brock Purdy back too soon. And I understand that Mac Jones was a little banged up, but I think he had played good enough to continue to play because in the grand scheme of things, your big money player is Brock Purdy, right? Mac Jones is, a backup. And you should have worked to get your most important commodity healthy, let him rest. I think we could have beat Jacksonville with Mac. We didn't win with Purdy, but I'm saying I think Mac was good enough. I don't think we were, Mac was such a downgrade to Purdy, especially if Purdy's not 100%. We should have went with Mac and given ourselves a chance. And now going into this short week, that extra rest time would have worked better for Purdy if they wanted to start him against the Rams. They didn't do that. Jacksonville's defense is underrated. They are a good defense. I think overall, you can't turn the ball over that many times and expect to win. No takeaways, 4 turnovers. Brock Purdy didn't look like he could plant his foot and really drive the ball. A lot of the passes were floated. And when you float passes, they get tipped. And it always happens to jump on or land in the opposite or opposing team's hands. And so that's how it works. And, that's what in the nutshell, Jacksonville ran the ball pretty well. Trevor Lawrence, what was that?
No,
he said very well. He said a lot well, but he meant very well.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I get what he's
saying.
This guy is happy about a tie.
I'm just saying.
So
I'm just saying. Thank you. I mean,
whose record at the end of the day is better?
See,
whose record?
You see, Scott. He done got all.
Do not start.
Look,
yeah,
you see what he's doing?
They put up 40 points against you guys, and you still did not. And so you're going to. I know what Rod's going to say. So this is how you back somebody into a corner, and then you don't expect me to come out swinging, because I will. I'm in the corner, and I'm going to come out swinging. And what I'm going to say to you is this. As a Cowboys fan who says that they've been a Cowboys fan since 77 or 82, whatever the case may be.
77.
They are disconnecting themselves from Jerry Jones. They're not even watching the games. They have, they don't feel any emotional tie to this Cowboys team or the ownership. Now you're going to, I feel that there is some air in your lungs because you felt that, and I had already predicted that this was going to happen. And if we want to talk about Donspiracies, this will probably be my last one for the season. I told Rod 2 weeks prior that the Cowboys would not lose the game. I told them that Jerry Jones is a very powerful person in the NFL.
But you said we wouldn't lose the game. Did that mean we were going to win the game too, or no? Because we didn't do either.
I thought you were going to. Honestly, I thought that you would win the game, but you didn't lose. And so, how does that work? How does that benefit the league? It doesn't tarnish a team who is clearly better than yours, and it saves face for Jerry Jones. And on top of it, who wins? Vegas still wins with a tie. So see, you have to understand the bigger picture, and you don't, and you won't get it. You don't believe. That's why we go, so tell me more about the conspiracy stuff. And then I waste my breath and I give you proof that is you can't.
Let me just say to America, I'm not saying that I'm totally not in, I guess, in belief or concert with Don's conspiracies. I do believe that there is a hand, or I believe that there is some things that are machinated enough to where they hope that something can turn a certain way in their favor. I still think they rely on the will of the players to determine these outcomes, but I do think they set the table in a way to hope that they can try to manufacture an outcome in the best, in some conspiratorial way. But I don't believe, but if we was to go with Don's full-blown ingestion of Vegas, then you know what, Scrap? You don't have a Super Bowl.
Yes, I do.
Your Super Bowl is contrived.
I got
and it's machinated.
So let me tell you something.
Hold on, I gotta look that up.
The Steelers. The Steelers, when they played this weekend, right?
Yeah.
I knew that the Steelers were going to win. Now, did you think that the Steelers were better than the Vikings?
I don't think that they're that much different of a team than them. I mean, the Steelers aren't like turning the world upside down.
The Vikings. Do you think that the Vikings are better than the Steelers going into the game?
No, yeah. I didn't think that they're better than the Steelers.
Right,
they're not that much better, though. I mean, there's a disparity.
If you quarterback, of course.
Yeah, they don't. The kid McCarthy is out. Who's their backup? Who's playing for them? I forget. Who's their quarterback?
Carson
Wentz. Wentz hasn't played since he was with Scrap.
He was.
That's not accurate.
I know it's not accurate. I'm just being facetious. But what I'm saying is that's the last time he played any meaningful football at a high level. You know what I mean? To some degree.
Well, I mean, when you play in South Philly, you got to play at the highest level, or you won't play. You know how that goes.
Hey, Alvin, you see this, right? You see that I can't win with this. All right, so this is why. Let's just talk about
your game real quick. You couldn't. You know what? You're right. Jacksonville's defense, just for the record, they only give up 82 yards on the ground. They're in the middle of the pack defense as far as total yardage that they give up. They're not that great against the pass, but against the run, they are really good. Hence the struggles that the Niners had, which is legit because they went up against a really good run defense. So they only give up 82 yards rushing on the ground. So they're one of the top teams in the league against the run. So yeah, that makes him. But I don't think Purdy played bad. I mean,
I think he did. I think he did. I think he was floating.
Did he have like 300 yards passing or something like that?
He had 300 yards passing. He did.
Yeah, but how many turnovers did he have? How many turnovers did he have? And he's floating. It's also how he's passing. There is a look to your quarterback, and I don't expect you guys to kind of focus on a quarterback that's not on your team, but he was floating the passes. He was lollipopping a lot of the passes that allowed some of them to get the timing was off. He was obviously rusty, no excuse. I think that they should have just put Mac in. If Mac could play, give Purdy, who is a $50+ million quarterback. Now, if you guys remember what I said, and I said that we shouldn't have paid Purdy that money, it is coming to pass that we could have gotten the same production or similar production much cheaper. We could have. We didn't have to pay him $50 million plus. I don't know why you're making that face. Because you have a quarterback that
who's going to give you what Purdy's given you these last 3 years?
Right.
You think Mac Jones is going to?
So not the last 3 years. It's not the last 3 years. You base it off of. You have to base it off of what he did last year when he had all of the injuries. The quarterback is supposed to be able to elevate the team regardless of the players. He's supposed to still be able to elevate the team. And when Brock Purdy had those injuries, it was noticeable, a noticeable decline to what he was able to do.
So you think Jalen Hurts makes his players better, makes his teammates better? You think he's that type of quarterback?
I think so. I think
the decision making. You really think so? You think he's a type of quarterback? So he's
only using half of his players and he's still elevating them, right? If you think about it, he's not using A.J. Brown, right? He's not using Devontae Smith, and they're 4-0. So, yes, I do think, and I wouldn't put Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy in the same, of course, in the sense of them being relevant and being perennial playoff teams. Yes, I understand that concept, but he's not a mobile quarterback. Brock Purdy is a scrambler. He's able to extend plays. He's not the same type of dual threat as Jalen Hurts. So I wouldn't compare them.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think y'all would have had a chance to beat the Eagles 2 years ago in the NFC Championship if he didn't get hurt?
Absolutely.
That was 3 years
But is that
ago.
more of a function? That was it was 3 years ago. That was more of a function of the team as well.
But I'm saying, you can't. But you can't say that. You being duplicitous in your statement. You can't say in one breath it's the team, and then the next breath say, "Well, we would have won had he played if he didn't get hurt." Either you win with him or you don't win with him.
So we had no quarterback. Do you remember Christian McCaffrey was going under center? There is a difference between having a serviceable quarterback that plays to the system and having no quarterback, Rod.
Okay,
that is not a good comparison. We had a guy that was on 17 NFL teams. That was just a practice squad simulator. Josh Johnson, a simulator of he was all he does his whole career, and shout outs to him because he's from the Bay Area, I believe. All he does is simulate who you're going to face, right? That's all his job is. He was never supposed to be on a team in the Super Bowl, NFC Championship game, nothing. He was never supposed to field it. All he's supposed to do is dap people up at the end of the game. We had him under center.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
So okay. All right. For argument's sake, I'll take that point that you made as far as not having any kind of quarterback for that matter. But what did he do when he had a full season under his belt? What did y'all go in? And tell me and answer this too for me. Riddle this for me as well. Do y'all beat Detroit and Green Bay in the playoffs the year before last if Purdy's not there?
We beat Detroit because their coach made a bonehead decision. And I said that. I said that prior. So this is not.
So that's the only reason why they won.
Yeah. Well, not the only reason, but it's a big
Purdy
reason.
He didn't put the Niners on his back.
He played well. But the coach does not make a bonehead decision that gives us the opportunity to extend and play.
Contributing factor, but at the end of the day, that decision. But when you look at the performance of the Niners in relationship to Brock Purdy, there's no way, D, that you can
we have seen a sample size
as far as his pay.
I'm not denigrating him. I'm saying we have seen a sample size of him when he doesn't have a full complement of weapons. And what did he do last year? Forget 2 years ago when we had one of the most dominant teams. What did he do last year when he didn't have CMC? When he didn't have, he had Kittle back.
Injuries, though. But D, those are key. Okay. You're talking about key injuries. You're not talking about where you got a guy who's down and you might have a little bit of depth in that position or whatever have you. Or you may have lost one key player.
Point.
That was it.
That is my point,
what do you expect
Rod?
any quarterback to do if they're losing? If they're losing key players like you had, so you're gonna blame him for that? So he's not worth his money now?
I'm not blaming him. I say we did not have to give him that type of money, top of the market money, or top 5, top 8 market money based on what we have seen him do outside of having superstars around him. We could have gotten him or that type of play a lot cheaper, and it would have afforded us. This is something that I've been saying the whole time.
Y'all hamstrung salary cap wise.
When you pay him, right? Aren't you paying him under the what's the word I'm looking for? The assumption that you're going to have all the supporting cast around him so that he could be his best version of himself.
You do.
You didn't break the bank. You actually didn't break the bank when you signed him.
You had to pay him. Like you wasn't gonna give him no mid-level exception contract. Like the guy was going.
What I'm saying is if you look at other quarterbacks who are playing a brand of football that is similar, if not better, than what Brock Purdy has put out so far, we could have gotten him cheaper. Now, when you look at it, look at Sam Darnold's contract. Now, we may not think Sam Darnold is, all world, but he's a bigger quarterback. He has a stronger arm. He's more mobile. Yes, he has questions, but if we think it's a system that is beneficial, right? Because we have seen Kyle Shanahan take multiple quarterbacks in that system. If you follow the system, what I'm saying is there is success in that. He turned Matt Ryan into an MVP in that system. So I say that, does Brock Purdy, who is a short player, small hands, doesn't have the rocket arm, is he worth the 50+ million? And this is not anything new. I said this years ago. So I don't know why your head is down.
I mean,
this is what I've been saying.
And I didn't agree with you 2 years ago. I'm saying the man, I more so don't agree now, even back then when I didn't agree, because the fact is, Donald, this man has not lost games for you, not when it mattered. Now you're going to talk about quarterbacks that Shanahan has developed and has taken them to higher heights in their play and performance. Yes, but if anybody gets the blame for losing games when it mattered, it would have been Shanahan and Garoppolo. Garoppolo literally lost games for you with his own arm and his own play. Purdy has never done that. Purdy is, yes, he plays within a system. He is a system quarterback. No, he's not.
What has Garoppolo done? What has Purdy done that Garoppolo hasn't done? Realistically speaking, if you look at records,
Purdy's never lost a game for you. He was never the reason why you lost. He wasn't the reason why you
last year. How? Last year we lost plenty of games. When we played,
did he lose the Super Bowl for you when you lost to Kansas City?
When we played Cleveland, I'm talking like
games
last
that matter,
year,
like playoff games, Super Bowl.
It all matters, Rod. It all matters. I expect you to say that coming from a tie. I expect a tie to say that, but it all matters. All of that matters. I expect a person that has 44 Jay-Z's old club. I expect you to say that. But from a person that every game matters. Every game matters.
It doesn't matter if your quarterback is playing in the Super Bowl. What does it matter that he lost a game in week 5?
It matters. Let me tell you why it matters.
Are you judging his performance? But he played good in the Super Bowl and they lost, but it wasn't his fault because the dumb coach decided to take the ball first, and your right tackle couldn't stop Chris Jones on the pressure.
Let me tell you why it matters. It matters because Trent Williams is not going to play another 5 years. Right? As much as we love CMC, he's not going to play another 5 years.
We know that.
Right? Kittle is not going to play another 5 years. So it matters. When those players go off into the sunset, who do you have left? A high-paid quarterback.
That's when you trust your GM. When John Lynch is going to bring players.
He's a great GM. He's a great GM.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's his job. He's going to bring more talent. The same way y'all brought those guys in and you developed those teams, you're going to do the same thing again. That's what a good GM is going to do. He's going to replenish the team, and they're going to build around their quarterback who they believe if they put the right pieces around him, they can do that. Saying Jalen Hurts was trash in his rookie year. Trash. Nobody even knew what he was even going to become after that first year. They were talking him out of the league, bro. He wasn't even going to last. He was trash. And Scrap, no, that's why he's quiet.
I wouldn't say trash. Now he was developing like.
But his development was looking.
He took over like in the middle of the season. Like it's not like he started the season all the way through. He took over in the middle of the season when they benched Wentz.
I know, but he still looked bad.
And
there's a lot of guys that came in.
He won his first game. It was against the Saints. He won that game.
Yeah, he did. But I'm saying, he didn't look like we're not going to call him trash
today. We're not going to just say trash. We were talking about a Super Bowl MVP quarterback. Like we're not going to do that. That's what we're not going to do.
Listen, Troy Aikman looked trash in his first year in the NFL. He looked so did Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning looked trash. They all looked trash, and they got better. Right? As they developed and they got better players around them, a better system, better coaching. And that's what happened to the Eagles. They got better coaching in there, better players. You know, their GM, Howie Roseman, got them better. The same thing can be with John Lynch. He's been proven. He's a good GM. Listen, we ain't talking about Dallas. We ain't talking about Jerry Jones here. We talking about two competent GMs that y'all have. Y'all need to be blessed. You don't sit here and let you complain about a Brock Purdy making $50 million when my quarterback makes $60 million and can't get out the first round. And you're going to sit here and whine to me about a quarterback that you feel is throwing lobs and layups and pop-ups to players running crossing routes? I'm going to be like, oh, poor Donald. Man.
I thought you didn't care about the Cowboys. What is all this? What is this?
No, I don't care. I don't care about this iteration of the Cowboys as far as the GM and owner and vice president is.
Who is on that? Who's in this Cowboys?
It's Jerry.
Dak's on that.
Yeah,
Dak is involved in this. Yeah. So you do care.
I'm still a fan. Right? I mean, I'm still a fan. I didn't give up my fandom. I'm just saying. I'm just a little more apathetic towards the team this year than I.
You kind of did, right? Because you're not even dressed for the occasion.
I haven't worn anything Cowboys since we started the season.
Listen, we don't know what he does when the cameras go off. All right, so that whole I don't care about the Cowboys.
I don't wear no paraphernalia when I'm watching the game. I mean, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm on Twitter, I'm fussing,
wow.
I'm looking at this stupid defense that we have and. Eberflus and just the trash. Sanborn is trash and Murray is trash. The linebackers are trash. They're slow. They can't catch nobody. They can't run. Maris Fowl is trash. Overplays, stupid penalties. You know what I'm saying? They dumb, man. No pass rush still. And Jerry Jones said the other day, hey, our defense got better and better in that second half. You can see how we got better and better. Jerry, Green Bay scored every freaking possession in the second half, and he said they got better. So what do you want me to do, D? And you want me to hear you complain about Brock Purdy, who got you to a championship game and a Super Bowl, and you want me to hear you complain about him about he ain't worth that money? Come on, D. You got to cut him some slack, man.
He's not worth it.
He's not worth the money.
He's not worth it.
So y'all hamstrung now? So did y'all need to trade Bosa in to get some money to free up free up some salary cap? Because that's how we got space. We gave away our best pass rusher, all world, potential Hall of Famer. We gave him away so we can get cap space to fix the run game that they had 5 years to fix, by the way, and they couldn't figure out how to do it. So they got an answer was to trade their best pass rusher to stop the run. And now we can't stop the pass because we can't get a pass rush and our secondary is trash. So that you could GM that way, or you could GM the way you guys do your GMing and get to Super Bowls and be representatives in the NFC.
I say it's very similar. Like after watching America's Team, that whole documentary about the Cowboys, my view of Jerry Jones has changed. I will say this: in the immediate aftermath of the trade, everybody thinks because Micah is in his prime that it's the worst trade in the world. The jury's out. Let's see what those first round picks net you guys. There's talk about Max Crosby. If you get Max Crosby, Micah who? If you get Max Crosby, Micah who? If you're able to spin that into that type of player, you're back. It's no big deal. Just perfect example.
What Jerry been saying? Jerry's like, we can get a lot of good players and get a lot of good pieces that we can use that money for. So what are you going to do? You didn't pay a max guy, so now you're going to pay a max. Does that make sense? You should have just went on and paid. You should have just paid what you call it. You're going to draft. You're going to give away the picks to get Max Crosby.
Yeah, but he's saying that he has the freedom and the flexibility to now pay Pickens. That's big. You didn't have the money to pay Pickens. Did you see what he did?
Okay,
he
but you still don't have a pass game,
and you guys tied. He had all of that, and you see how hard he played for a tie. Come on, he deserves an extension. He deserves an extension on how hard he played for that tie. Come on,
Pickens.
So if you
that was a good move by Jerry.
If you're able,
good off-season
so if you now listen to this, if you're able to get by giving away Micah, you're able to sign Pickens and Matt Crosby. You don't think that that's a win? You don't think that's better than Micah by himself?
But you lost your draft picks. My whole thing, D, you had a Max Crosby, if not better. That's you draft to at some point. Get a all-world player. At some point, when do you stay with the all-world player? That's why you draft, hoping you can get a home run player that you can keep in the building.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter is an example of that. You keep Fred Warner, an example of that. You don't get rid of those. That's who you draft to get. And when you get them, you give them away? That makes no sense. Why would you draft year after year hoping to get an all-world player, and then when you finally get an all-world player, a rookie of the year, all-pro each year, Pro Bowler each year, averaging 12 sacks, third most in any span of play since he's been in the league in the history of the NFL's existence, and you give him away. For what? A Max Crosby, who I think Mike is a better pass rusher than him because he's more mobile. He can move across the line. He can rush the middle, up around the ends. He can give you a lot more than Max Crosby. And Crosby got, he's not old, but he's not younger than Micah. And my only thing is, what is that going to give you? You just had him already in the building. Why would you give that away? And then you want to give away your draft picks for what? For another high-priced player who's injured himself from time to time? That makes no sense. But you want to tell me Brock Purdy ain't worth his money. And y'all not even hamstrung in your salary cap. And you want to complain about Brock Purdy? That's what you want to complain to me about? You think I'm going to sit here at night? It's 9:30 at night. You think I'm going to sit here, Donald, and listen to that nonsense you spewing right now on Brooklyn Bears and Ball? You want to talk about that? I'm sitting here with a tie. That's not even my turn to go. Scrap's going to go after me because I done said enough already. So when you're done talking about Brock Purdy, excoriating and vilifying your quarterback the way you are, then Scrap's going to go, and he's going to go ahead and bloviate and talk about how great his Eagles are and how they're never going to lose another game until 2032. That's all we're going to hear. But go ahead.
Eagles,
go ahead,
listen. I'll say this and then I'll pass it. We'll be okay. We got our injuries were early on. Help is on the way. We're getting Kittle back. Brock hopefully gets healthy. We're getting, of course, Ayuk. We'll be okay. CMC is playing well. Yeah. We will be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We will get better. And what the beginning of the season has done is afforded us the opportunity to, not feel pressured because, believe it or not, NFC West, guess who's in first place? Hello, guys. We're in first place in the NFC West. Still.
Until tomorrow night. We'll see how things go. Relax.
Well, we'll see. But the show is today,
Jasmine,
right?
I ain't in the mood tonight. I ain't playing with Don on this nonsense.
The show is today, though, right? Is the show today? We're having the show right now, right?
Yeah, right.
We're in first place. We're in first place in the NFC West. Case closed. We're in first place. Today we're in first place
too.
What kind of standards are we
What place
setting
are you in? Rob, what place are you in?
Yeah, what place are you in?
I don't know, because I don't know where we stand with a tie. I don't know how to deal with a tie. The Cowboys haven't been tied since 1967. So I don't know. I never was in my 54 years of existence have I ever seen my team have a tie. So I don't know where we are. I don't even know how you factor in a tie. I don't even know how that works.
How many victories do you have?
We got one. As far as I'm concerned, we have 3 L's as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so one.
Didn't even beat the Giants.
One is better than none. That's good.
Right. Yeah. But it is the loneliest number.
You know what? I don't have to.
So please do not start with me.
Rap's going to patronize me. Donald's going to whine.
Y'all above the Giants because the Giants got 3 losses. So y'all in third place. That's not bad.
Scrap, you know what? Go ahead, Scrap. Go ahead. Donald, you know what? Go ahead.
Can I just say one more thing and then I'm going to pass it to Scrap?
Say whatever you want. Tell us some more about Brock Purdy. Go ahead.
A.J. Brown is going to be on the trading block.
There's some problems with your boy Brown.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
That's a good segue,
he's not going to make it through the season.
I don't think
he's not going to make it through the season on the Eagles. The floor is yours.
Yes, he is. He's going to make it. He's going to make it through the season because if they trade him, that's like $90 million in dead cat money. So y'all going to have to put up with him on the Eagles for the rest of the year at least. I don't think he's getting traded anyway. Like people get frustrated at the end, when they feel like they're not getting what they deserve. And in his case, he said it even after the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm happy to be a champion, but my joy comes from when I dominate, my opponent. And he hasn't been able to do that because we haven't been able to give him the ball. But that doesn't change the fact that we're still undefeated. And, every week we're getting better. Like last year, it took us about 6 weeks? Well, 5 really, because after the 4th week we had our bye. We was 2-2 going into the bye, and then we ran off like 10 straight. So like I said, the first 4 games theoretically was like our preseason. Like we got to get it. It's a new play caller again who's not as decorated as our last one. The dude in New Orleans now, Kellen Moore. He's not as decorated as him. So I mean, this guy's first time calling plays. So,
You could say thank you at least for Kellen Moore. We did.
You
give
didn't want Kellen Moore.
We
Wait
got
a minute.
him from the Vikings or somebody. We didn't get him
don't
from
say
y'all.
thank
Where we
you
get
to
him
you.
from?
He can't. He was with the Chargers, but he was with Dallas
Yeah,
forever.
we got him from the.
He was
we
in
got
Dallas
him
for
from
like
the
6
Chargers.
years,
Where
7
was
years
his
in the
last?
building.
Where was his last location before he went?
He went to the
Yeah.
Chargers for 1 year and they fired him.
Okay. All right. Well, you tell
No,
the
he
Chargers
went
to
for a
tell you
head
thank
coaching
you.
job. They
We're
didn't
not
fire
thanking
him.
you.
No,
We got
thanking the
upgraded.
before he got
Chargers.
to the Eagles, he was with the Chargers. He was the
Yeah,
was the
we're
OC.
thanking the Chargers. We sent the Chargers the edible arrangement, not y'all. Now, if they share
Exactly.
some
Well,
of those,
yeah, that's where he
those-
started.
those-
all right.
if they
He's
share
where he
some
got
of
his-
those molded pineapples and stuff with y'all, then y'all can have some of their edible arrangements.
Chargers
We're not
didn't know what
sending
to
you
do with
guys
him.
anything. We knew what to do with him, and he knew what to do with us.
Take credit for what?
Yeah, for
Rob, what
something
are
we
you
got from
taking
the
credit
Chargers.
for?
I can't get nothing. My team is
No.
a tie. I'm a tie. I got a
Yeah.
tie. I got a tie. A tie. I can't get a little love. I can't get a little Kellen Moore love, a little something,
No.
something. I can't get
No.
nothing. While
From the
Don is
Chargers,
talking about
you
how
didn't
bad
like
his
him.
quarterback that led him to a
You
Super Bowl
did not-
and a
You did
championship
not
game
like.
back to
You
back
did not
years.
like. And let you tell it. Him getting to the Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game don't amount to nothing, right?
When did I ever
it's
say that?
90. Because you
When
say
did I say
94 every time. I say that our team gets somewhere. You say 94, right?
No, I'm talking about just winning a Super Bowl. But I'm talking about. But we're putting this argument in context.
Whoa.
Purdy's
You can't.
performance.
You say, is it important or is it not important? Getting there. I'm the one that says it's better to love and lost than not to have loved it all. You say it's
I agree.
94. So do not say now Purdy's accomplishments are amazing now.
D,
According to
that's
you,
team.
it's dumb.
That's team.
It's all
when I
flesh.
say that, I'm
It's
talking about
dumb.
the Niners as an
I don't want to
organization.
hear nothing.
I ain't talking about Purdy as a player. Purdy as a player still deserves his props. You underappreciate him. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret that.
So would you
You're gonna
take
regret that.
him? Would you take him over Dak?
Yeah, I would. I
don't believe
You know
it.
why?
I
take
do
over
not
He
Dak?
believe
looked up to the
Because he
left.
performed.
Eyes look.
I saw
The
that
eyes
on the
look to the left.
negotiator.
Don't
I
believe
saw
it.
that on the negotiator. You
Don't
looked up to
believe
the left.
him. You look to
Listen,
the left.
to the
I
left.
did hesitate. Only reason why, because
Yeah,
I don't think he's a better. I don't think he's a better quarterback in terms of performance. But
So
Up
you
again,
wouldn't
dog.
take. So you
But
wouldn't take him.
he's
What?
a grittier, but he can win in big games. He can win in big games. Dak folds
Go ahead,
completely.
Scrap. It's yours, man. Because Rod ain't gonna
Oh.
be. He ain't gonna be honest today. So
Yeah.
come on.
Come
on.
Would you take? So you take Dak over Purdy?
No, I never
Okay,
said
look,
that.
look.
But I never said that. But you would say.
But I'm saying, but
who's better?
you
Who's
get
better?
on me for
Scrap.
saying I wouldn't.
Who is better, Purdy or Dak?
Dak is a better quarterback, or Purdy is a winner. Purdy can win in big games.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Purdy
that
can
was-
win in big games.
So,
Purdy,
who
but
would you
if
take?
it wasn't for Purdy, y'all would have never made it to that Super Bowl, Donald. Y'all
so who
got
would you
fucked
take
first
is
round.
what he's asking. Who
Huh?
would
Who
you
would you
take?
take, Rod?
Who would you
Who
take?
I would take Purdy.
Oh,
I would take Purdy.
okay. All right.
I would take Purdy. I really would. The
As
only
would
thing
I.
that make me hesitant is
No
not-
only
not
thing.
Purdy.
No only thing. You would take him, right?
I'll
No
take
only
Purdy.
thing.
You know what? You're right. I ain't gonna add no caveat to it. Purdy,
Because you
I'll
look
take
at him
Purdy.
trying
No
to.
caviar, man. No
I would take-
caviar to that. Don't add no caviar to it. But yeah, anyway, as
But go
far
ahead,
as
Scott. We're
AJ,
sorry. Go ahead.
as far as AJ, he's going to be fine. AJ's going to be fine. Winning heals all. Winning heals all.
I don't know about that. He got a Super Bowl and y'all 4-0 and he's still complaining. So I don't know.
That only goes but so far.
He's
Not with
a
that
diva. He's a diva. All wide receivers
And that's
want the
not
ball
gonna
every
change.
play.
That's not going to
yeah.
change.
Yeah, you can't change the funk on the skunk when we're not trying to. Like, he's a diva. He's going to want the ball every now and again. He's going to get fed like he did, last week, second half of the Rams game. I mean, the opportunity.
But you don't
wasn't
win
there.
that game. You don't win that game without him doing that. So
We won the game, Don.
No, I understand. But you wouldn't have beat the Rams if AJ Brown didn't have the
Yeah, that's
half
true.
that he had. You
Yeah.
don't win that game.
I agree
You
with that.
don't. So he understands that in order for you guys to even sniff a repeat, he has to be a focal point of the offense. And I got into a whole big Twitter thing or X with people talking about Saquon Barkley, the impact of 400 touches, plus 400 plus touches last season. Everybody, and I said, listen, Saquon, to a large degree, tell me a running back who had that many touches and looked like anything the next year. I said he'll be better next year, he's washed. This year, with 400 plus touches, Saquon Barkley is washed.
He's not wild. He's
tell me a running back.
He's the
tell
focal.
Me a running back
I don't care about no other running back. I'm talking about my guy. Like, I don't care about the other dudes. Them other dudes are like, yeah, they were washed. But with Saquon is he's the focal point clearly of the defense, right? They stack the box. They make sure that he's accounted for at all times, except for, you know, the first couple plays of this game when they blitzed and let him get out in the flat, and, you know, he caught the little dump off passes to run up the sideline. But they're not letting him get the ball and go downhill. Like, they're on him as soon as he get the ball. Like, last year he didn't get hit till he gained about 3 or 4 yards. Now he's getting hit. Right. As soon as he gets the ball, they're back there with him. Like, he's the focal point. So like Jeremiah Latta said, that starts with the offensive line. They gotta make, you know, more opportunities for him to get loose. And he said that, you know, when they go back to the sideline and they look at the iPad, it's always one block away. Okay, one of these games they're going to get that one block and spring them free. But isn't it also if a great teams take what the defense gives? So if they're giving and trying to force them to the pass, and AJ Brown has 2 of your receivers, did you see how they left the game when they were walking through the tunnel, walking back? Your number one and number 2 receivers, 4 passes for 36 yards combined. Yep. Do you think that's sustainable? You asked me this last week. Do I think the way we win is sustainable? Yes, the way we win is sustainable. Okay. We're sustaining it. Like, once again, we're another week we're 1-0. Last week it was the second half we woke up. This week, the first half we jumped out on them, and the second, I think Jalen Hurts actually might have got a concussion on that play when he slid and that dude hit him anyway, and he hit his head on the ground. He didn't play nowhere near like he did in the first half. Since then, like, everybody's like glossing over that. And then it's crazy because I hear all the Tampa Bay fans say, "Oh, the refs favored the Eagles." I'm like, what game were y'all watching? Like, we had about 100 yards in penalties. Like, their first 6 points was aided by 35, 40 yards worth of flags because they couldn't move the ball. Like, come on, like, and man, like, there's no way y'all could have watched that game and say the Eagles were favored by the refs. Like, they were calling everything. Cooper tackled the dude and got up, and he stepped over him and up flag. You can't taunt him. You can't step over him. Like, Jesus, like, come on. Like, what are we doing? Like, that was they tried to give them that game. Like, I believe the refs tried to give them that game. Like, with some of those
don't say that to Rod. Don't say that. You can't say that around Rod. It hurts his sensibilities of games not being in any way altered by Vegas.
I agree. It was blatant. Like, even when they did do stuff, the refs, all right, we was gonna pick the flag up. Like, with the dude with I don't know if it was a punt return or a kick return when he ran back like 45 yards. Of course, there was a hold or a block in the back or something. They picked the flag up. When Hurts went into his slide, like he was laying down, and the dude still drilled him. Now, I can see if he did the Patrick Mahomes where he went to the sideline and act like he was going to go out and came back in. Hurts was clearly giving himself up, sliding, and the dude still drilled him. They threw the flag and picked it up. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we talking about?
So he did as Rod would say, a headsy play. That was a headsy play that
he got his head
Patrick Mahomes does.
No. I mean, it's no way Hurts could have went into a slide like that and then levitated back to his feet and kept running. Right. Like, he slid to give himself up, and the dude still dove and drilled him anyway. Like, that should have been a penalty. Like, because his head, it was like shoulder to shoulder. He said, "Oh, you hit him in the shoulder," but you hit him as he gave himself up. Like, it's no fake he could have done. He couldn't do a break dance move and then jump back up. Like, he was going down, saying, "Okay, this is all I need out of this," and he got drilled, and his head hit the ground. You could see it on the replay, but as far as the way we're playing, we're only going to get better. And that's the scary part for, well, not you, Don, because y'all not going to see us, but that's the scary part for Rod and the rest of the NFL. Like, we're only going to get better. Like, because we're not playing horribly. Like, we just need to play 2 halves of the first half like we just played, or 2 halves like the second half of the game before we just played. If we play a complete game, we're scoring upwards of 50 points.
But y'all are kind of like in the bottom half of defense, though. I mean, just
What?
just
What
overall.
you mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
mean like yards and stuff?
Yeah, when it comes to yards, y'all give up 333 yards a game. Y'all give up
Oh, man,
207
I'm not
in the
worried about
pass.
that.
Y'all give up 126 yards on the ground. I mean, that's not
I'm not
a
worried
great
about
run
none of that
defense.
because we don't give up no points. That last
Y'all
game
give up
against,
22 points a game. 22 points a game is
I'm talking about the second half. That game against the Bucks, what's that word y'all like to use? That was an anomaly. They got 70-yard passes. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, that's not going to happen a lot. And that first one to that Ibuka dude, that looked like that was scripted. You see the way Makuba like flailed at the ball and then fell. Like, come on, dude, what was that? Like, that looked scripted to me. And I mean, Jahai Campbell got caught on Bucky Irvin on the little wheel route. But other than that, I'm like, they could have played that off a little bit better or something. Like, at least made them two run into each other because he just flailed at the ball like he didn't see it. Like, that was I don't know, that was cringeworthy. He will not get an Oscar for that performance. I'm telling you that right now.
Hey, Rod, I want you to, when you have an opportunity, I know you don't care for college football at all. And people have been asking, he would have to watch college football at some point. But
he's gonna have to watch it this year to see who his team's gonna get with that high draft pick they get.
Nah, not really. I'll wait till he comes out. I don't have time to watch college football. Like,
okay.
Yeah, college football just
get your wish list together, man. You
meaningless to me. Yeah, I never. I never heard of players at all when we. I didn't even see Micah. I never knew who Micah Parsons was until he came to the Cowboys. Same thing with that.
I don't.
Lamb. I never seen none of them guys play. I don't know where they play. I had never laid eyes on them ever.
Really?
Never.
Well,
watched.
CeeDee Lamb, he used to be on the team with Jalen.
And Devontae.
Yeah, and Devontae.
Oh, that's his ex-teammate? He played with Javonte Smith? Wow, I didn't know that. And where did they go? To Oklahoma, right? I think Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'll get to know who they
played.
No.
That's not accurate. Devontae went to Alabama, right?
No, Alabama. No.
Oh, yeah. Now he did play with didn't Javonte
Lamb
play with Diggs?
CeeDee Lamb was in Oklahoma.
With Jalen. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jalen.
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen who?
Yeah. Jalen Hurts.
Was in Oklahoma? Yeah, after he left Alabama, right? Then he get benched and then left for something.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Then
Hurts. I know Hurts could play for another team.
No. He was at.
But Devontae Smith and Trayvon Diggs might have been teammates when he went out.
Yeah. Devontae went to Alabama. Hurts was in Oklahoma.
He went there when Trayvon
wasn't Kyler Murray the quarterback?
Of what?
I thought Kyler Murray was the quarterback at Oklahoma.
No, yeah. Jalen Hurts was there too.
Maybe that was what's his name? Because the guy that's the coach,
he did play in Oklahoma. Well, he went to Texas A&M for a year, and then he went to Oklahoma. Murray. Kyler Murray. He played. He did a year at Texas A&M in 2015, and then he played in Oklahoma from 16 to 18.
Yeah, Hurts went to Alabama and then Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, he played in Oklahoma in 19.
Right, because then he loses his job to Tua,
right? Kyler Murray was already out. Was Kyler? He came after Kyler Murray.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I would say just be on the lookout for the trade news of AJ Brown. It's happening. Something's going to happen. Or if they keep him,
pray for it.
No. Or if they keep him, because there's talk about him going to potentially the Chargers, because they got a lot of cap space. Which court? AJ Brown.
Why
I tell you what, if that happens, though, scrap. It's a wrap. Y'all not winning without AJ Brown, bro.
A wrap for who?
Devontae Smith is way too slight. He's not a number one. It's a wrap.
Now, a Heisman Trophy winner.
Is this y'all hoping this happens, or is this y'all like
I don't care.
Speaking into you care?
You don't. I think AJ Brown. This is AJ Brown's wish list. It ain't ours. It's AJ Brown. If you see his interviews, and I know that you don't want to look at it, or you're looking with rose-colored glasses, you don't want to see the disappointment. He is checked out, and so typically players will do cryptic tweets, and they'll leave it at that for its own interpretation. Like you get what you get out of it. he is expounding on it. He is actually explaining what that text or that tweet meant. So he is telling them, and so this is what happens. You get out of your 4-0 without giving him the ball. What you do is you try to reset and force feed him.
We're 3-0 without
and mess up the offense.
That one. I'm just trying to make sure
he's not in that. I mean, he wasn't. All right, so you're 3.5 games because he only got activated in the second half. So you played 3.5 games without giving him the ball. If we want to be technical,
okay.
You're either going to
not getting the ball. Right, I agree.
You're going to autocorrect and try to give him every pass and mess up the balance of your offense, and people will then. But
Jalen Hurts. It is, he got 9 targets the last game. They were horrible targets, but he got 9 targets.
Well, quality matters, right?
It's not like they're not looking his way. It is, I mean, what
about Devontae?
What about
Devontae? Both of them in the last game had 4 targets for 36 yards combined. Explain that, since you want to just kind of gloss over it. 9 targets, but if you only 2 of your number 1 and number 2 receiver only have 36 or 38 yards, Brandon Ayuk would never. That's all I got to say about that. Brandon Ayuk would never.
Brandon Ayuk would never what?
He would never be shut out like that.
How was he shut out? What are you talking about? They wasn't shut out. They just didn't get the ball. It's okay. We got other people. Goddard had 2 touchdowns. I mean, what do y'all want to do? The defense had a touchdown.
Where could Goddard take you guys? Goddard could take you to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. Honestly,
over credit. Contributions over credit.
You better tell him that. He knows contributions. He's going to contribute.
He's going to contribute. He's going to get his chance. It's what? It's 13 more games to go. He's going to get his chance. Yeah, time will tell. He's going to get his chance. And then in February, when we're standing in SoFi, what's the name of the is at the Ram Stadium this year, right?
I think it is. Is it? I think it might be at us.
I think it is.
What's the name of y'all stadium?
6 Quest for 6. That's what we going for. Quest for 6. That's the name of
the name of your stadium.
It's gonna be in New Orleans.
No, that was last year.
Oh, it's New Orleans this year?
Yeah, we boogied in the Bayou already, man. We boogied in the Bayou already, man.
It's gonna be at Levi. Yeah, Donald's
Levi.
right.
The 501 Blues Stadium.
501 Blues.
We gonna show up to Levi with some Levi's on, man. Some 501 Blues, man.
Levi's.
Yeah, so we gonna show up to Levi. Oh, y'all not. Ooh, they gonna hate us at Levi. Well, they already do. So they.
But D, man, I mean, Scrap though, man. I mean, I'm trying to look for like the top receivers so far, right, in these 4 weeks, and AJ and Devon, they're not even on the top 30.
That's fine.
So they're not even on the list.
That is fine, and that's the scary part. So when they do get going,
receptions though, that's
fine.
What? How many? So 14 divided into 4.
3, roughly 3.5 receptions.
3.5 receptions.
And Devontae has 17 receptions.
Okay, 3.5 receptions a game equals 4 wins. 4 wins. Once again, we are 1-0.
Ain't nothing you can tell him, right? Ain't nothing you can tell him. Just
Scrappy try to hear.
Telling him that that's not sustainable is like telling you that sports is rigged. There's nothing that you can say. He won't believe it. He's not going.
It's not that it's not sustainable. We just got more than one way to win. I can see if we was just like everything hinged on the passing attack, then I'd be like, all right, well, it's not sustainable. But we find other ways to win. We got a defense that is locked down. Did y'all see that dude number 27? Did y'all see what he does when they try to go long on him?
He's your best corner. That other dude is trash, though.
What other dude?
The other dude across from Quentin.
Oh, you talking about number 7, Keely Ringo?
Is that his name?
Number 7. Yeah, I know you ain't talking about Cooper.
He's Thursday.
I know you ain't talking about Cooper. You definitely ain't talking about him. because he's a stud among studs too.
Who's your starting corner? Whoever that other starting corner.
Oh, you talking about Kelly Ringo? All right, well, the other side.
He's Thursday morning.
Man,
trash.
listen, we're auditioning for the other side. I'll let you two can work out. See if y'all can get over there on the other side of the other corner, man. Play opposite of Guantanamo Bay, man. But we don't listen, man. We know we got flaws, man, but our upside, overshines all that, man. We're not worrying about the. We're gonna keep building, keep getting better, and then each week you're gonna see a better brand of football every week. Starting this week with Denver. Denver comes in. We're gonna smack them around. Do what we got to do.
Up and down. They're mediocre. They're not.
I think this is going to be a good test for you guys. I think this should be a good game.
And if it's going to be a good test, we got our number 2 pencils, and we're going to do what we need to do, man. We're going to do it like the old citywide test. We got to fill in the bubbles, man. We're going to fill in all the bubbles.
No Scantron sheet. No Scantron, right?
We're going to do what we need to do.
Like the old school citywide.
The citywide
test. Patrick Surtain is going to lock down whoever
put him on AJ
your
Brown.
number
He
one
ain't getting
receiver.
the ball no way.
He ain't got to lock the ball
anyway.
They don't throw them the ball anyway. So
put him on AJ Brown. Get him out the way altogether. Yeah. Yep. Let him hang around AJ.
That'll go over well. That's going to work for you guys.
Yes,
I like it for you guys.
We are fine. We are going to be fine. And if it just so happens that at the end of the season, after the Super Bowl, after we come back from Disney, if AJ wants to part and we part with him, I fully trust my GM to replace him with a more than serviceable replacement. Now, it's up to him. He want to go put up all these.
Donald believe that his GM can do that though.
That's what I'm saying. If he want to leave and go put up all these, gaudy, meaningless stats somewhere, let him go do it. That's fine. But right now, he got a job to do. With Birdie tell Kyle, you play for Birdman.
But D did make a good point though earlier that
he makes
when
a lot
y'all
of
got
good
him
points.
involved, if y'all didn't get them receivers involved in that game against the Rams, it'd have been a wrap.
Hold on.
It'd have been a wrap.
Are we gonna move on from the Rams games or not? Because when I put the little thing in the chat that I saw, you like, oh, you need to move on. I'm not thinking about the Rams no more. The Rams in the.
No, I'm just saying. No, but I'm just saying in context to the argument. I'm just saying, like you gotta get in terms of sustainability. You as the season wanes on, you're gonna have to get that. You gotta get them boys.
We got him. He know we got him too. That's why when he comes to his senses, he be like, "Oh man, what did I do, man? All right, I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna own up to it in this press conference. Then I'm gonna walk it back." And that's what he did today. He's like, "Yeah, I let the frustrations get the best of me." They asked him, "Do he want to be in Philly?" He said, "Absolutely. This is home." This is home for me. He walked it back.
What you expect him to say?
Yeah, what are you going to say? I want to be in Oklahoma or something. We want him to say.
Oklahoma don't have a professional football.
Precisely.
Let's come up with let's give some scores for tomorrow's game.
Okay.
Niners versus Rams. Okay. We have a way to victory. I think we have to apply pressure to the quarterback.
Stafford.
We have to make Stafford uncomfortable. He's not a mobile quarterback. He came into the season, I think, with some back problems or something. We just have to remind him of his age, remind him that, our defense, if we win the game, if we are to win the game, it's going to be one on our defense. We're down a lot of players, a lot of skilled players. But as I always say, next man up. And I think Demarcus Robinson is going to have a game. He is going to have a game. Now, if we don't allow, a little revenge.
Okay. That's an unwritten rule.
If we get to Stafford and don't allow him the long plays to develop for Puka Nacua, I think we are very much in it. Devontae is a red zone threat, but I also think he's dealing with some injury. So all we have to do is, kind of light them up, like let them feel the Niners pressure, and I think we do have a chance. So I'm going to give the score. I don't even know what the spread is. What's the spread?
Got to be Rams.
I think it's like 6. 7. No. It's 7.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
7. Yeah,
so the Niners, the Rams definitely are not going to cover the spread. Rams aren't going to cover that spread. No way, no how. It's a divisional game. There's stuff on the line. A lot of people are already writing us off, counting that as being a loss. I do think that to a degree, when you play a depleted team, you start to look past them. And I think they're probably looking past us.
Right now it's 7.5.
Yeah. There's no way. They're not.
Pearsall and Jennings are not playing? They're out?
No. Yep. And Brock. Yeah. Out.
Brock is,
Hold on. All of them are out?
Brock is out too?
Out.
Oh, it's an L. Oh, it's LL Cool J.
Not
bro.
only is it an L, it's a capital L.
This is capital L. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God, D, you should have led with that. We could have.
No. Yeah, D. I'm
You waterboarded us thinking y'all got
yeah,
people playing.
pressure and we gotta stop Puka and we gotta.
God, you shouldn't even be mentioning Puka right now, man.
Yo, your whole squad is out on offense. Both your receivers.
okay.
And who's your
and
kicker?
your quarterback. You going
Who's
back?
your kicker?
You don't care about your
That
quarterback.
guy's gonna have a career night missing field goals.
Oh,
Who's your kicker? What's his name?
Panera.
Oh, you got a
Panera,
new
I
dude,
think.
right? You don't have that same
Panera
dude.
Bread.
You don't
Moody's
have
done.
Moody no more.
Moody's.
Oh yeah, Moody.
Yeah. Eddie Panero,
Moody's
I think
done.
his name is. Yeah, Moody's done. I think it will be relatively low scoring. I think we'll be able to get at Stafford. And I think it'll be an interesting game. I'm going to go with San Francisco 23, Rams 20. Upset alert.
D, your defense is gonna be so tired because your offense is going 3 and out, bro. Who they throwing
Why
to?
would we?
Who y'all throwing to? Is Kittle back?
No,
he's not
Kittle
back
ain't
yet.
This the fourth. Oh, he should. No, he had to be out for 4
He'll
games.
be back
He should
week-
next week.
Week 6. Yeah, week
Next
6
week.
he should be back.
God,
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Next-
Pearsall
next
was hurt.
man up.
Next man up.
Next man up.
This is ridiculous, man.
Okay. Can I get your scores?
Go ahead, Rod. You got it.
I'm gonna say Rams.
It won't end in a tie. That I do know. Go ahead.
unless there's a conspiracy.
No. Won't be that.
29
There's
10,
no.
10 Rams.
Whew, okay.
Yeah, 29-10 Rams. Y'all know
29-10 Rams.
nobody's
I'm
there.
gonna say.
Is CMC there? Okay, we'll be all right.
CMC.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
30, 35, 17 Rams.
Okay.
Because we made them, we turned them into killers, man. That's what happens after you play us, man. You turn into killers, man. Yeah. In the words of Rick James, we turn on your fire.
Time
Oh,
will
man.
tell.
Rap is
Time
the
will
best,
tell.
man. Yeah, D, man, I can't believe you. But you don't care. You don't care. Purdy's out. So what do you care? You don't care, D. Mac Jones.
I don't.
Mac Jones,
I
Jerry
don't.
Jones. Everybody Jones.
I honestly think that Mac Jones should have played last week and then bought Purdy. If Purdy was okay, that extra rest brought him in this week to play. But it didn't work out that way.
With
So
him being out.
Purdy
again,
rushed
so
back.
yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, Purdy rushed back. I think Mac Jones. I think Salah has that defense popping. I think
The defense is good.
It's
Defense
going.
is good.
I think that blowouts like that, nah. It's going. If we lose, it's going to be a close game. Losing by 19 and 17 or 18 respectively, nah, not going to happen.
Well,
not
for
gonna-
FanDuel
you're not gonna get
purposes,
blown
I hope
out.
y'all both score a rushing and a passing touchdown in each half. For FanDuel purposes, of course. You know, so hopefully it's upwards of 28-28. You know
what, D? Can I retract my score? Do I get one retract?
No,
I don't get a retract.
no. Don't retract it. Stay there.
No
Stay there because
alteration?
when we talk,
No, it was going to be a
no
blowout still,
alterations.
but it was just going to look different numerically, but it was still going to be a blowout though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so as long as you don't change it to make it closer, sure.
No.
You can
I'm
change
going
it.
20. I'm going 23-6. 23-6. I just don't think.
What?
I think your defense is going to get tired. It's not going to be it's going to be a struggle for the Rams to score. Your defense is good, D. Y'all got a good defense.
You said all we're going to score is 6 points.
Yeah. I don't think your offense is going to be.
How about this? If we score 6 points, I'll wear whatever Dallas jersey you want me to get. I'll buy a Dallas jersey. Let's put something on the line because that's ridiculous. 6 points?
Yeah, 6 points.
Y'all only score
Let's do
6
it.
points. You got to grow an afro.
Yeah, 6 points. D, y'all have no receivers.
Right.
Who are you throwing to? Y'all got the number 2 pass offense in the league, but you got no receivers. Who you throwing to? Jennings? Both Jennings and Pearsall is out. And you got? You telling me you got CMC? So all they got to focus on is one guy, take him out the game, and who's going to – you don't even know who's got those guys.
I do.
Who?
We have Kendrick Bourne. We have Demarcus Robinson. People, it doesn't matter who I say because you're going to be doing, Missy video stuff when I'm saying it. We have players that are able to step up. You're acting like the Rams are world beaters. They're not world beaters. They just gave up a game that they had an 18-point lead, and they lost the game. They're not world beaters. I hate to break it to you. We are very familiar with them. We are very familiar with them. We are familiar with how they play. Yes, they're a good, really good young team. But Stafford is old, okay? And if we can get to him and we can put him on the ground, that changes the game. He's old. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but I know he's old, but you act like he's like, but he's still a productive.
Is he mobile? Is he a mobile quarterback?
He ain't gotta be mobile. What do you gotta be mobile for? I'm saying he's throwing the ball pretty good this year. Quarterback rating of 106. He's completing 67% of his passes. He's got 8 TDs and 2 interceptions. The man is playing good football.
Who's that?
That's Stafford.
He is a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. He is still. If you hit him, it changes stuff.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, Hall of Fame. When you hit him, it changed how he played. This game is going to be won on the defense.
So that didn't mean anything. Everybody knew the remedy to stop Brady, and it still didn't matter. You could pressure him and hit him, but that wasn't going to stop anything. He still won 7 rings for crying out loud. You think you're going to stop
the majority? No. But even with Brady, the majority of that success, number one, was based on the defense.
All out quick.
His team. His team, how many years, the majority of his years, did they not have a top 10, top 5 defense during Brady's success? It was a lot of it had to do with he didn't have to do much. He just didn't, don't mess up the game.
Yeah, early part of his career.
Even in the end.
No.
Only when Randy Moss, only the Randy Moss years, they were putting up ridiculous points. If you look at Brady's average,
you don't think
what was he doing?
He was effective in the Super Bowls when they beat even in the game that they lost to the Eagles. He threw over 500 yards in that game, and he was instrumental against the Seahawks game. He played well against. We know what happened with the Falcons. That was all him that brought him back offensively.
So you're talking.
Only game where it was a little struggle was the Ram game. That was more defensive. It was a more defense game.
I'm saying under Bill Belichick, the majority of Tom Brady's teams, do you expect a Hall of Famer Tom Brady to be able to put up 21 points? You expect him to put up 3 touchdowns, right?
You know how many yards? You do know he's like league in the history of the game with yards and pass attempts and completions and almost every major.
But that is a LeBron James longevity award.
The man won a Super Bowl the year before he was fired, D.
I understand that. But listen to what I'm saying. He has that. But if you look on average, how many times was he the leading as far as yards or touchdowns? I think it was only in the Randy Moss years. Everything else, he was being outthrown and out-touchdowned most of his career. He was not. You're acting like he was putting up 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. He wasn't. He was not. He benefited from a singular coach and having a top 5 defense the majority of his career. I'm not taking anything away from him. He is an awesome quarterback, top notch. But let's put it all in perspective. He had a great defense, a great coach, and he was a great player. But he wasn't barn burning and show me outside of the Randy Moss years where he put up ridiculous touchdowns and passing yards. It didn't happen.
The man has almost every passing record that you can think of. And that's not LeBron.
Yes.
Pat.
You'll do that. You'll do that when you have 20 years
LeBron wasn't winning.
You'll do that. You'll do that when you have 20 years in, Rod. Yes, you'll do that.
Yeah, but he was
when
still playing at a high level at 20 years, even in his last 2 seasons with the Buccaneers. Well, not the last season, because that was a year where I don't even think his head was in the game, because that's when he missed training camp, the whole Giselle thing. He was going through divorce. So the season was pretty much a wash. I don't think he was mentally in that last year with Tampa Bay. But the year before that, when they lost to the Rams in the playoffs, he even balled out in that game. Like, Brady was putting up numbers, bro. Are you Donald? I don't understand.
Right. Tell me the years outside of the Randy Moss years where he put up 50. Give me a 50 touchdown, 5,000 yard season.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay, let's look at this real quick. You said
you gotta look it up.
You said what do you want to see? You 50 touchdowns? That's what you're talking about? Okay, That was 1 year. He had the 50. That was in 2007. Okay.
Who was his receiver? That was Randy Moss. Was
that
it
was
not?
Randy Moss. But he also threw for 43 touchdowns in the first year with Tampa Bay, when in the second year with Tampa Bay, and 40 touchdowns in the first year with Tampa Bay. So he threw 83 touchdowns in 2 seasons with the Buccaneers when he was 600 years old. So I'm saying, D.
So
and he's thrown for over 30 touchdowns pretty much his whole career.
3 years. You gave me 3 years, and he played for how many years, Rod?
But D, he leads the history with 649 touchdowns, 89,000 yards. Like, D, what are we doing here?
Rod, it's a longevity. It's longevity, Rod.
Longevity.
He played for 21 years, level. Right? Did he not? But that was more a product, or just as equal a product of the defense that he had.
The defense.
They weren't asking him.
They weren't
asking him.
The defense was better in the first 3 years when he won the first 3 Super Bowls he won. That's when they had Brewski and they had what's his name, the head coach there, the other linebacker, Vrabel, and Vince Wilfork and Ty Law and the other Willie McGinnis.
I got news for you.
That's when they had a good defense.
The majority of his career, he's had a top 10 defense. Majority.
Yeah.
17, probably 17 of his 20 years, he had a top 10 defense.
But do you think they win without Brady?
That helps?
But so you know, okay. So if you're gonna look at it though, D, you don't think that the Patriots would have dominated for the 20 years that they had if it wasn't for Tom Brady? And we saw what happened to that team when he left. I mean, you can't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
He had a top 10 defense, but you can't say that was it was.
If you only ask your quarterback if the defense is holding teams on average to about 17 points, and you're only asking your quarterback, be it Tom Brady, Tom Jones, Tom and Jerry, to score 21 points, that's not a bad thing. That's not hard. That's not hard. I'm not taking away. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is a great quarterback. He is Mount Rushmore. But I am putting it in perspective as to the totality of his career. The stats don't mean as much when you play that long.
I don't agree with that, D. You know what a stat pattern is? Somebody who comes off the bench, somebody who gets minimal minutes, but they're just padding their stats, because when they do get to play, another completion, another touchdown. If it's basketball, another rebound, another layup, they don't need to score 30-some points because they've got 1 billion points already. So they're just adding more. You can't. That's not stat padding. what LeBron is doing,
I didn't say
averaging
he was
still
stat padding.
25 points a game at 42 years old, that's not stat padding. That's somebody who's just great still at an age that is unthinkable for
Are
a
you
player.
saying that because he on the Lakers?
Huh?
Yes.
He's saying that because he on the Lakers.
Very
No,
much so.
no, I'm not, because I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. Never was. Not a LeBron fan at all. See, he wears the purple and gold. I'm team first. I ain't letting these millennials and Z's.
Oh yeah, so that's why you praising him because
Donald,
he a
who
Laker.
just loves who? Say it again.
I said that's why you praising him because he a Laker.
Because he's a Laker. Yeah, I'm gonna hold him
Okay.
down. He's a Laker. That's it. Once he leaves, that's it. It's gone. I'm not defending him like that. But I will say, but right is right though, D. You got to be fair. Brady, knows somebody who's was Peyton Manning. If you really want to be honest, in his last few years with Denver, noodle arm, barely could get the ball out, throwing ducks, couldn't even throw the
But
ball.
even
20
towards
yards
the end of his
downfield.
career,
And his
he had a
defense is what
50.
he benefited
He
from.
had a 50 touchdown season when he had both of those two like tight ends, and he had Demaryius Thomas, and he had those two good tight ends. 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
1 year. Yeah, that's 1 year he did that. What you talking about with Denver? Yeah, but then after that, he
Right.
went into being noodle arm. So that second Super Bowl they won against Carolina, he had nothing to do with that. Manning was a managerial quarterback at best. His arm was shot. He had no quarterbacking ability at all. It was all the defense. That was it. You can't tell me otherwise. That was all.
So if and I just have a simple question for you.
What is it, D?
I have a question for you. If somebody does something 1,000 times, should they be better than someone that does it 100 times?
Depending
I'm just
upon the
asking.
level in which they do it at.
No, I don't agree with
On the
that.
level in which they
I
do it
don't
at.
agree with that. I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that. If someone does
No.
something 1,000 times, they should be better than someone that does it 100 times.
Yeah, they should be. Okay, if you mean, yeah, that's true. That's
Don't try
true.
to defend
The longer
before
do it.
you think of the basic stuff that I'm saying, because you're trying to defend what you think I'm the area I'm going in. Tom Brady, LeBron James, those players have played at an extremely high level, right?
Okay.
And
yes.
maybe we'll find some stuff out after LeBron's career is over as to how he could still play at
That could
said
be the
high
case
level.
with Brady as well.
Right?
But yeah,
we
go ahead.
may find that out. And it was questionable. And it is arguably, these two players that played at a high level both had that type of background stigma, perhaps performance enhancing clouds in their past. Was it?
Yeah, they did. So
See,
now,
both of them have
you're
something
going
to do with
discredit. So now you're going to discredit them based on that. See how he does scrap. I'm glad you listened to him. You see how Donald inserts
what am I?
different narrative away
That
from the
doesn't change.
conversation?
So wait a minute. So what? So
First
why
he said
isn't
it's about
why
people who
isn't
was
Barry Bonds?
padding.
Why
Now
isn't
it's
Barry
about
Bonds in the
steroids.
Hall of Fame? Why
Huh?
isn't Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire. So now performance enhancing drugs doesn't matter or taint your stats?
But
Yes or no?
But they're not accused. They haven't been indicted, charged. There was nothing that they're not.
so-
I mean, maybe 50
okay.
years from now we might hear something. But your argument tonight is that you're saying that Brady, for the most part, if I'm hearing you right, was at best a managerial quarterback who
I
benefited
did not
from
say
the
that.
good defense.
I did not say that. I
Okay, so
said
tell
that
me
he
what you're saying.
I said he benefited from having a top 5, top 10 defense for the majority of his career. And if historically the Patriots were able to hold teams to 17 or less points a game, and Tom Brady was only asked to score 21 points to win, that helps a lot. You're not
But they was obliterating teams at the same time too. I mean, granted, they played in a weak division for those 20 years of dominance. But what I'm saying is that they obliterated a lot of teams too. Like they had some high scoring games. Brady played phenomenal football, and then you can't take away from his Super Bowl performance.
Majority Randy Moss. The majority of it was the
1 year with Moss. All through his career, I just read you the stats where he threw for over 40 something yards. in his final.
So this is what he had. He played for 20 years. He had and the only time that he shined was when he had Randy Moss, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans.
Okay, so in 2010, he threw for 36 touchdowns and 4 picks.
That's average. That's average. That's not special.
Okay.
You have to go 45 and above. Right now, that's
that when he had the 2 tight ends.
But that was in what? Say it again, Scott.
I said that's when he had the 2 tight ends. Was that when he had Hernandez and Gronk?
In 2010, I want to say because I think
Hernandez was later than that, right?
I think he came in later. Matter of fact, he was the MVP that year. In fact, Brady won 3 MVPs. So, yeah, that was the year he won an MVP. He won an MVP the year with Moss in 2007. Then in 2010, and he won another MVP in 2017, where he threw for 32 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions.
But no, who was he throwing the ball to in 10? That's what I'm asking.
I think it had to be. I think that was
it the 2 tight ends, Hernandez
I think
and
so. 2010.
Gronk?
That seems about right.
Because I don't. Right. Let me see. Who are they throwing to? So that year they went 14-2 that year. Who was this? Who was on the stump? I'm just pulling.
And just keep in mind the AFC East was trash.
Yeah, there was probably Rob Gronkowski was there. That's when they lost to the Giants. Yeah, Gronkowski was there, and Hernandez. Yeah, those are the 2 tight ends.
All right.
In fact, that's when they drafted them. They were rookies. So you're right, Scrap. That's when they first came. They were rookies in 2010.
Gronk, Hernandez, and Gronk was rookies at the same time. I thought Gronk was older.
Was McCourty? Devin McCourty was they got their whole 2010 New England draft selections. McCourty went number 1. Gronkowski went number 2 out of Arizona.
And he dropped. Remember, Hernandez dropped because of Florida. That issues at Florida. So they stole him. They knew that he had some personality issues. And Belichick didn't care because really, I've said this before. I know it horrible what Hernandez did. He was a better player than Gronk. He was a better player. Overall, tight end, better than Gronk. But obviously.
Yeah,
skill level.
Yeah, he was good.
Better.
Yeah.
Hands, speed, coming out of breaks.
Definitely has speed.
Gronk was, rock'em sock'em robot. Yeah. He was, but of course, he was, he had a lot of demons on and off the field. But so we're not arguing that Tom Brady is not, obviously great.
I agree that he benefited from top 10 defenses. I'm not going to take that away from you. I mean,
the majority, and that's the majority of his career. 20 years, if you have 17 years of top 10 defense and one coach, your coordinators were all of that was in place. It wasn't a lot of fluctuation.
Well, in all fairness, right? But in all fairness, that's what dynasties were, right? You look at the Steelers of the 70s, right? I mean, Terry Bradshaw's greatest high power that offense was with Rocky Bly and Franco Harris, and you had Lynn Swann, and you had Cunningham, and you had who's the other receiver on the other side? I can't remember his name now. That they had opposite of Swan. But they had great guys, and then they had Mike Webster, a Hall of Fame center, and we haven't got to the defense, right? And we know how many Hall of Famers are on that defense, but that all contributes. Dallas' dynasty in the '92, we had really good defenses. Everybody, your Niners benefited.
I knew I knew we were going to bring
the Niners. Y'all had Joe Montana didn't benefit from Fred Dean and Ronnie Lott and those guys that played on the other side of the ball. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So I'm saying, okay. So I'm just saying.
But then to say, because he has, if Montana had 90,000 yards passing, to say that the defense or the win record also, keep in mind, the win record also contributes to they played in the AFC East, right? So the Bills weren't the Bills that we see today, right? The Jets have always been bottom feeders, right?
Yeah.
Even when they had Chad Pennington and he had,
but that's not their fault, though, Dean. I mean, you can't.
No, they play who they play. They play who they play.
I mean,
I don't think that the Eagles are going to care who they beat on this year. I mean, they won't do that to Washington. Washington is a a good team, but they won't care
I don't
about
think
beating
they'll
up
beat on
on,
Detroit either.
on the Giants.
Man, we're gonna
I'm
punch
talking
on
about within
everybody.
their division.
Oh, in their
I think
division.
they-
Okay, yes. Okay.
I don't think they'll care about beating up on the Giants and the Cowboys.
And Washington and Cowboys. We're gonna punch on them. We're gonna punch on all those guys. Yeah, we
I
are.
don't know about Washington. Y'all, they might give y'all a little
Man,
bit.
we
I
gonna
can't wait.
punch on
I
Washington.
can't wait for those studio lights to change. Because when you get that first L, the lights they're not going to be dim no
It's
more.
gonna be like week 9.
It's not going to be a
my
club
goodness.
environment.
He said
No,
it's
y'all
gonna
gonna-
be
week 9.
9. He said it's gonna be week 9.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It won't be.
what do you want us to? You want us to go undefeated? Like, I mean, goodness gracious, D.
No, you're not going to go undefeated.
I know, but you know how long it's gonna be before we lose a game.
Okay.
You know when the last time we lost a game for real, it was against Washington last year when Hurts got hurt.
Y'all can definitely lose. Like I said, you got the Packers, you got the
Here we go.
Lions, back
Here
to
we
back,
go.
Let's not.
Okay.
Wait, don't look past
That was
Denver. Do not look
and
past
Denver
Denver.
too. Yeah, you can't look past Denver. I agree with you there, D.
So let me
reading.
just say this.
We're
Let me
gonna
just
give
say this
Denver the belt.
as to what Denver has. That could potentially be an issue for the Eagles. They have a mobile quarterback.
Good for them.
They have a superior coach.
Superior
right?
to who?
Do your coach is better than what's his name? Sean what's his name? What
You can't even think of Sean. What's the name's last name? What are we doing? You know my
what's
coach
his
first
name?
and last name. Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Is your coach better than Sean Payton?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So this is just my opinion. These are
Wow.
you'll differ. I think they have a superior coach.
Oh boy.
They have a mobile quarterback. They have a decent to good receiving core.
Good for them.
Defense is top notch. They have a very good defense and pass rush.
Yeah,
And they have a good running game. They have a good 1-2 punch as far as J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey. I think they have a complete total team so that they'll keep you guys honest. You'll have you have your pass rush, but I think the quarterback is young enough, mobile, and he is not beholden to Sean Payton. We saw him bark on Sean Payton on the sideline. He knows that it's his team, and he's not going to let Sean Payton kind of bully him like he bullied, Russell Wilson or whatever.
We're going to give them an old school whooping. Remember the old school one where the parent holds you up by one arm and your feet barely touch the ground a little bit, so you're just doing high knees the whole time while they giving you the belt. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to get them an old school beating just for you.
Gosh.
Just for you. We're going to get them an old school beating.
It's in Philly or is it in Denver?
Yes, it is. It's in Philly. I mean, every now and again we get to come back home for a game. Yeah, we get to come back home for a game every now and again.
Let's do it. Can we do a score real quick? Because I don't know when our next show is. What's the score?
Go ahead, Don. What's the score of us smacking the Rams, the Broncos around?
I don't think you will. I
Okay.
actually
What
don't.
was your score, sir?
Let me see. Let me see what the spread is, and I could tell you everything I need to know. Hold on one second.
3.5.
Yeah, that'll change. It'll be like 5 by the time it's game time.
You think so?
Not game
Yeah,
2.
this is just for early betting purposes. Well, it's 4.5 right now. Look, it jumped up a whole point before I even got to get.
While we had the show, right?
Yeah. Don said, Rod said 3.5. I went to jump on it, click the 4.5. I mean, it'll be up to like 5.5 by the time. So that means we win by at least 10. But go ahead. You got everything you need to know, D? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I like the Broncos to win.
Of course you do.
28-21.
Okay. Next, Rod, what's your
Well, I know the Eagles are going to lose a game, but I don't know if they'll lose this game here. But I do like Denver does have a really good defense. It's going to be close, I think.
Okay.
So, but it'll be I'm going to say 26-22 Eagles.
26-22. How do you get 26? All right.
How do you get 22? That's the thing.
Field goals. Field goals.
All right.
Any points can be accomplished except one. No one can have 1 point.
Okay. All right. I like how you think. I'm I'm going to say we're going to score upwards about what we had 31 the other day against the
Tampa Bay. Yeah, y'all beat
Tampa Bay
them
31.
31-5. Yeah.
All right, so
Roger said you can't get ones, but whatever.
no, he's saying just
No.
one.
Like just one.
Just
like
one
one.
point.
You can't win a game one
got it.
nothing. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, so I'm gonna say we're gonna win 38 to.
That's a good defense though, D. I mean, Scrap.
Yeah, whatever. 38 to
He is deceived.
Yo.
He is
Who, man?
really deceived. Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how many points these guys gonna score. I know what we gonna do.
They only give up 16 a game, by the way.
But they
All right,
going.
so
But the Eagles gonna score 38. He's
we're
bugging.
gonna score 38. Yeah,
He's
we're gonna score
bugging.
38. Yeah, at least 38. 38 to I'm gonna go 38 to 17. That's a good number. 17.
Y'all give up 22 points a game, though.
Yeah,
Scrap.
so we're gonna give up 5 less than we normally give up. Yeah, that.
Now you
that's
did
what
say
we're
y'all
gonna
was gonna lose to the Buccaneers. You did say that.
I said I did have that game as a loss, and then as we got further into the live, I remember who I was and I remember who we were, and then I saw that number 11 was playing, so we don't lose games when we haven't lost a game yet when all of them start and finish a game. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Jasmine is an Eagles fan, right? Oh yeah, I see her thing. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Jazz. Upset alert, Jazz. Upset alert. Yeah, you're right. Upset alert.
Yeah, the upset alert.
I don't want to disappoint. Upset alert.
That's two.
Broncos will win.
You already
Broncos
put the Rams on upset alert. You already put them on upset alert earlier. So you're using 2 this week. So when both of them lose, then you can't use that term no more this season, man.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So would you like to keep one in your back pocket? You want to put that flag? You want to put one of those flags back?
Okay, I will. I will.
Go. Smart man.
I'm going to retract the Niners upset. I just say that they won't cover. They're not going to beat us by 7.5 points. It's going to be a close game if they do win, but I'm going to keep the Eagles upset alert. I like the Broncos big.
Good.
I like Broncos to run the ball. They got good big receivers. Yeah. Good, Jasmine. I'm glad you got the Rams winning. Yeah, listen, your day is coming.
She's smart.
She can be smart. Your day is coming, though. Your day is coming. As Scrap's day is coming. And when you see all the lights in the Maybach, because his thing look like lights in the Maybach, when those lights go out and it's regular lighting, welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth. I'm going to welcome Scrap back as soon as they lose.
Good to see your eyes this week.
Yeah, cool. No problem. No problem.
Good to see your eyes this week.
Good. Look, good to see my eyes. Remember when Flavor Flav used to take his glasses off and his eyes? It's all good.
Donnie.
Yo, y'all was stupid, man. Oh my gosh. Yo, that was great. That was classic.
Man. Let's end this show, man, because Rod, you
look
gave a
back
score,
up.
right? Did you give a score?
Yeah,
It's 26-22.
Unusual
Okay,
numeric configuration.
Right, exactly. All right, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. We'll definitely, we'll be in our text message. Eyes will be sent.
Eyes will be
Eyes will be
seen. There
sent.
will be some eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
D, how many eyes did I give you that Sunday, bro?
Like 30. There was
I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. I didn't give you no words. Every time
it was just
Everything
different
was eyes.
and it was
It's
eyes.
all good.
It was no words. It was no
It
words.
happens. I
Yeah.
knew we
It
was. I'm not as deceived as others. I didn't expect us to go undefeated. So time will tell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
of course, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So it takes time. I do see that players will be coming back. All we have to do is right the ship. And if you say that arguably your number one receiver is not starting the season, and through the first 6 games, let's just say you were 3-3 through the first 6 games, you take that, right? Because it's like, okay, we don't have our full arsenal. Then you have the number one tight end is out. He's coming back next week. We'll be okay. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll
You
be
can
fine.
guys
Just not
back.
this week
So
against the
get your
Rams.
injuries out the way now.
And Rod, I just counted the eyes. You gave him 16 pairs of little eyes and 1 pair of big eyes, so that made it 17 pairs of eyes. See, 17 sets of
17
eyes.
eyes. Look at that.
They love that. They loved that.
Eyes.
Misery, as they say,
Yo.
misery loves company.
I had a lot of community that day. I had a lot of company that day. I said, that's it.
Yeah, listen. I'd rather lose than tie.
Oh, I don't blame you, D. I mean, I'm not.
I'd rather take the L.
Know what the NFL should do? I'll say this last thing and then we go. Here's what they need to do. You extend the game, and this is how you extend the game. You kind of take a little page out the college game, but this is what my recommendation is.
That's why you should watch college. But go ahead.
I don't even watch college, but I do know that they have their rule because they don't do ties. So everyone gets the ball at the goal line or whatever, which is kind of stupid to me. But here's what I say. You take the ball at the 40, no kickoff. You go from the 40 to the 40, and you have to let the kicker win the game. You can't and the kick has to be at the minimum 50 yards. So they got to go from the 40 in their own territory to the 40.
He only wants that because he has Aubrey. Yo, cut this show, man. Yeah, exactly. Rod, you really want it skewed so you have a chance to win because you got Aubrey as your kicker?
That's what it sounds like.
You got a good kicker. Eric Webb can kick too.
That is a terrible Rod.
Your
that
kicker
is a terrible.
Listen, people can kick 50 yarders today.
Yeah,
Aubrey is from Beasley from 70 or better. I'm just saying.
That is a terrible.
You don't think that's
I thought you were going to say. I thought you were
go.
going to say start at the 40 and try to score a touchdown.
And
then if you can't kick a field goal,
give the kicker something to let the kicker put the game on the kick because the guys are tired. By that time they play a full 10 minutes, they're tired.
You said put the game on the kicker.
Put it on the kicker.
Says the guy with the all-world kicker. Says the guy with the all-world kicker. Let's put it on the
kicker.
kicker.
Good kickers. Your kicker can't kick scrap. Your kicker kicks.
My kicker.
We don't put. Listen.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
We're not putting. The NFL is not putting it on a kicker. Now, I do think that ties are ridiculous. There's no ties in basketball. There's no ties in MLB. There's no ties in hockey. There's no ties in anything else.
Football, which is their little brother, right? I mean, golly.
Yeah. But to NFL, and let me tell you why. The NFL wants to keep ties in because that is the last alternative for Vegas and the house to win. Let me tell you, it is.
Well, Jerry had a different perspective. He was saying
Jerry loves it.
It's the TV rights. They were saying that they can't have the game but for so long because it affects the networks. The networks can't have the game on long like that. They can't go into like a 4-hour game. The game, they try their best to keep it within 3 hours, 3.5 tops. But if they go any more than that, then there's more money involved. It impacts scheduling. There's a lot of stuff that it goes into. So that's why they have ties. It's more to do with the business side of the networks. That's what
they can take away. They can take away from other stuff, right? To squeak out another 5 minutes. I find it hard to believe with.
Yeah, they can start the news a little later or the Simpsons.
They can do they can adjust some stuff. I think they can squeak out or make the first overtime. Don't make it 10 minutes. Make it. I don't know. I can't. It needs to be 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
I was gonna say cut it down to 5 minutes. That's not enough time.
That's
one offense could run it out, and
I mean, they almost can do that pretty much now on 10 minutes if you get a team that's methodical in there. The way they run. Do their offense, they can eat up of that 10 minutes. Some teams
no clock. Each team
7
possess
minutes.
the ball.
Yeah, they keep a lot of clock. Yeah,
no
I'm telling
clock.
you.
Each team possess the ball.
You said no clock.
Or just or start them on the 20. Just start them on the 20, and hey, you score. If they kick a field goal, and then the other team starts on the other 20, if they score a touchdown, game's over.
Yep.
Just do it that way. Field goal, and whoever scores, if they a block field goal or
So you talking about that's after the 10-minute regulation or
no?
I mean,
I'm saying the
Instead
10-minute
of time.
regulation. Just do it in a sudden death, like you both get an opportunity, but you're going to start at the 20 instead of the whole field to kill a whole bunch of time and waste it.
Yeah.
Start at the 20, play, try to score a touchdown. If the other team can't score, game's over. If they score a touchdown and the other team scores a touchdown. If
a team scores, then right, and then the next
start on the 20.
But still 10 minutes.
Start on the 20.
10 minutes.
You
saying no time.
That'll be the only difference.
No time. Just play. No time.
Oh, so you say no clock at all?
Right. Each team get a possession. Yeah. Each team get a possession. No time. Because then it's going to end in a tie.
But what if that other team scores? What if both teams score?
It's sudden death. It's sudden death.
Back again. And then,
yep.
I don't know.
You
got to have some kind of clock management because teams might go back and forth scoring, and I mean, it'll never end.
We'll go over that in the chat and then present it on the next episode.
Right, exactly.
At this point, we're going to be doing this to 3 a.m.
Right.
Oh, man. All right, fellas. Well, let me get back to this other screen here so I can pull this out. Well, Don, you can take us out until next time.
Well, thanks, everyone, for watching. I survived the ambush. And we got some good games that's coming up. Week 5 should be really interesting. And you know, with all the injuries, it's a lot of teams that have next man up. So it should be a really good season. And I think it's going to be, to a large degree, survival of the fittest. Whatever team will stay healthy the longest will probably prevail in February. So time will tell. Thanks for everyone that joined and chimed in and had their comments and all that stuff. Rod, great job. Scrap, great job. Thank you. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.